This is William Ray with CUTV News. We're down here at Square Victoria for Occupy Montreal. We're here with Felix, who works with the Communications Committee here at Occupy Montreal. How many cities are we in worldwide now, Felix?
Currently, the stats are at 1,595 city and 72 country.
And how many people do we have here?
Well, it varies, but I guesstimate is about 800 at the moment.
Okay, and with the movement growing worldwide, what do you see of the chances of success for this movement actually being able to crack through and change something?
Well, I think the chances are pretty high because we can see that the population at the moment is all right with what the movement is proposing, and the fact that the movement has a behavior as a group is really like civilized. I think that people aren't ready to like say, yeah, we have to get rid of that movement because that movement is a plague or something like that. I think that people are actually positive about it.
And what do you think it is we need now to spark this and move to the next level and actually get governments to start changing policy?
Generalized population mobilization is pretty important. The more the population will mobilize in an effort to like say we agree with them, it's not necessarily for the population to come and camp here. There's not really a need for that. That's like the front window of the store. The material is inside, so people have to look at the movement and say, okay, what's the movement about, and then figure it out for itself. It's a revolution from the inside. It's people that have to change from what they were used to and say we need something different from now on. So I think that the occupation here is one step in a whole lot of other steps that are going to come later on as the movement grow and as we gain importance toward the population. I mean, the movement itself is saying of itself as a representative of the 99%, which is like just a number, but still means representing the mass of the people against the few that rules. And I think that as people realize that, they will eventually say, we should have the right to regain control over how our destiny is managed.
And so people shouldn't feel that they can't participate just because they can't come down here and camp. No. They can participate from home, they can phone their MP, they can...
Exactly. The movement doesn't necessarily, the movement in the long run does not promote politics. I think politics for up until now, we have noticed, has never done anything good. It's always the same thing. You've got one party coming in saying the last party has like fucked the economy, and then there's another party that comes in and says, well, the last one did exactly the same thing. So in the end, you just go, all right, so you're all doing the same thing. So why are you still there?
So this is calling for fundamental change, reform at a base level to the system that governance that we use?
I wouldn't say reform. I mean, we probably need, we do need a period of transition to go from the system in which we live currently, because we cannot do a radical change in one day. We just like shut down all of the institution and that's it, we've changed the world. No, it doesn't work like that. It's not like putting a new t-shirt. There's a whole lot of steps that have to be put forward in order for that change to happen in a unified way, so that people don't like in one shot feel like, whoa, what am I losing there? No, you're not losing, you're gaining. But people have to understand that. For now, a lot of people go like, oh, well, you want the let's say like me, personally, I would like the abolishment of the monetary system. For a lot of people, it's going to be like, what? Am I going to lose everything? All I've worked for my entire life? And the answer is no, you're not losing anything. What you're actually doing is preventing people from losing everything by doing so. The movement does not promote like a lot of people view it like a sort of socialist communist movement. I don't view it as a socialist or communist movement, but more as a humanitarian movement, in the sense that everybody should have right to health, education, home, food, which are the basic need for everybody. The rest becomes superficial. If you don't really need it in life, you don't really need it. And I think at the moment we've created that system that promotes people interest in having more, because this is what we gratify. The more you have, the more it shows that you have accomplished what you wanted in life, which is not really true. Material is not really, that's why we always say, you can be rich and unhappy. So it basically proves that money doesn't make people happy. It just gives you a sense of comfort that is not necessarily fulfilling personally. It will be like socially, because socially, you'll have a comfy way of life. You won't have to bother about wondering if you're going to eat tonight, where you're going to sleep, or things like that. But it doesn't, if you're not loved, you're not loved, no matter if you're rich. So internally, I think it's just a question of like changing people's attitude toward what is really happiness. Is happiness being fulfilled by material, or happiness being fulfilled by the fact that when you walk down the street, you don't see sadness? So basically, that's it. That's my point of view. I'm not like a spokesperson or anything. It's my point of view.
All right, thank you. This is William Ray with Concordia University Television at Square Victoria for Occupy Montreal.